Oh, what a lovely day. A spot left just for me and the parking lot. Well, well, good merry evening if it isn't you, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Today I'll be showing you how to build the Mini Cooper, and it is dead simple, really. Alright, begin we shall. Small car jack, place it in the center, approximately in the center, doesn't matter, the car is very small. Floor O2, it's just one of the perfect vehicle bases. Now, but leave some room for the front and rear wheels, therefore we're going to add the O1, just snap it to the side over there, O1, another O1, and then another O1 in front, and another one, and same thing with the rear. Now the entire chassis is symmetrical, as you can see, but we're going to change that by adding the open cabin rear really quickly. But instead of the rear, we're mounting it in the front, and just over those two studs. Are you seeing these two studs over here? These two studs. Right. We're mounting the open cabin rear, just covering that, and then now the engine, small motor. I'll go to the correct menu, so you lovely ladies and gentlemen don't get lost. Small power center. Right, this is important. The orientation is important on this one. You can mount it as far back as possible, and then the sloped part of the engine must be facing towards the inside of the car. Vehicle railing. This is just right up in front. You can mount this anywhere you want, actually, but for my version, we mount it right over there. Driver's seat, medium driver's seat. You can mount any size of driver's seat, but I like the look of this one the best for the Mini. Just mount it straight up against the front windscreen. I can't ever decide which one is the correct one to use. Right, vehicle seat. I don't believe we can fit the bigger one, but now maybe stand on the engine when you want to mount the roof. And there we go. That's it. And for the rear one, we use the windshield, and gives us that iconic mini hatchback look. Remember to keep all the parts centered. Yes, it is important, because did you know that the vehicle physics in LEGO Fortnite are actually realistic to an extent, where there's this thing called caster angle, where the suspension is mounted at an angle relative to the wheels, and this is what causes the car to lift up a little when you turn the wheel, and it's also what causes the wheel to return to center when you accelerate. So now, small steerable wheels. Who's moaning over there? Shut up. Sorry sir. Do carry on. I'm just a bit cranky today. Small steerable wheel. Now, small steerable wheel just mounted exactly in line with that cylinder on the engine. You do want the for optimal ground clearance, you do want the wedge. See, the narrowest part of the wheel's wedge to be facing upwards. It's a bit hard because, as you can see, when you're mounting it, you can't really see. Okay, now we see. Now just nudge it towards there, and we have a steerable wheel. Remember to always mount steerable wheels in the front and then powered wheels in the back. But did you know that is also a lie? Because all the vehicles in this game are forcibly all-wheel drive, causing the steerable wheel to also be powered. So that essentially powered steerable wheels. I believe that's the correct hierarchy for the adjectives. Nudge it downward. Come on, nudging controls. There we go. Centered on the rear. Wait, is the wedge? I can't even see. Look, with the grid and everything, I can't even see the wedge is pointing. Well, anyway, that is where you mount it, ladies and gentlemen. Just try to get it there. It shouldn't be hard to get, because as you can see, the middle, front, and rear pieces are fairly well divided on this build. So now, small powered, wedge facing upwards as usual. They have made it extremely difficult. I believe that is the correct... Yes, it is the correct spot. Now, this is essentially already a Mini, and you can drive this. Let me show you. I'm just going to remove it from the jack now. Also, what I did just now was change the direction. Remember to always change the directions of on the purple wheels. I mean, on the wheels on the right. Now, this is probably the go-kart version of it. You can just drive that if you want. I'm going to add everything else that makes it pretty. Poor Reliant Robin. I actually love this thing. It looks brilliant, don't you think? It flips right over. Look at that. Let's just flip over the lovely Reliant Robin. Now, right, for the storage options in the Mini, I believe we have plenty, actually. We can mount one trunk over there. 2 trunks. Now we have 2 trunks. We can't stack these things. Alright, then. For the authentic Mini round headlight look, I'm going to use the Tinkerer's light. If you don't have this light, it doesn't matter. Because, as you can see, you can just simply align it to the railing. And you can mount the lights anywhere on this railing. Which is bloody wicked. Thank you, the chap who decided that we're going to give the player some studs, invisible studs, mind you, on top of this vehicle railing to let them be able to add light and everything. Now, with the lights mounted, right, let's mount the doors first. Actually, they help us mount the fenders better. For the medieval railing, which is like a six stud long piece, essentially the front pillar of this piece is touching the windshield. So there we go. Right, just about there, as you can see, it's not touching the floor, but it's right up against it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to look at the medium-sized wheels. You can essentially clip one stud into it, but I don't understand why for the small wheels you can't. For the left, we use the left fender. Oh, that's about the right height, see, but... Alright, essentially just mount it as low as you can do it, because it's stupid like that. And remember, the outer part of this fender is should be flush against your... This is just for the aesthetic purposes, but you get what I mean. And there we go, get that. Left fender. Make it level with the fence. Same thing for the rear. Make it level and as low as you can go. I believe that's the lowest you can go. Is that the right? Bloody bollocks! It's not the right side. Oh, dude, it does look better though. I don't know. I don't know. I think mounting the wrong fenders sort of look better. Essentially, just until it turns green, right? Keep nudging up. Keep going up by stud until it turns green, and then you mount it right there. And it should look something like this. I believe everybody should have the battle bus rear lights, right? I believe it's still going to be up for grabs for a certain time, so go do the quest. They're very simple. They're like a 5-minute clear. Single-handedly one of the best taillights you can put on any car. So, I mean, you can flip it. You know, if you're a prude, you can flip it sideways with the thruster trick. You know, essentially that any of these are vehicle components, and then if you mount like a piece to it, right? See that? Like the orientation will, and you point it at it, the orientation will change to that. If you want your tail lights to be lying down, that's going to be a little convoluted, because you will need to make something like this, and then the point, I mean, the right way anyway, because the turn signal is supposed to be on the outside, right, and then the brake light on the inside. So we're going to have to point the thrusters this way. We can mount the tail lights this way. The correct way, essentially. Turn signals on the outside and the brake lights on the inside. Well, you know that the real, I believe real Minis have their tail lights lined up vertically, but just for this build, just for this, as the special Mini, which is dedicated to you ladies and gentlemen. Well, there we go. Right, I believe I learned it from Haskins. So go check out his channel, awesome chap. Alright, just for you ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using a Shack Thin Floor 01, and we'll be mounting it just above the engine, right about. And now, once we have that lined up, we're going to move it up by one stud, and then 2 studs, I believe. See that? Be very precise with it, and this is one of the motivations why I wanted to share this build with you, because you can customize it so many ways. For instance, the bonnet. The bonnet, yes. We're doing a British build, so you'd call it the bonnet. And the bonnet can be any rug of your choice. There we go, and then you can have the uniformity by mounting it on the roof as well. As you can see, that absolutely lovely, isn't it? If you want a little more speed, one small thruster really is enough for this car. If you want the authentic mini driving experience, you're going to mount the Frostpine 1 stud towards the front, like so. 1 stud towards the front. I know it cramps your style a little bit where covering the carpet and whatnot, but it is essential for the functioning of the front thruster that we're going to be mounting right now. I believe we can mount it over. Yes, lovely, we can mount it. I believe that's the middle, right? Alright, perfect, we can sit. That's a bit of a packed car. Alright, this is the authentic... did we break... Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, mate, that carpet always breaks. So try not to crash your car, because the carpet will most certainly break. Right, this is now the authentic mini experience. If you want all of the thrusters, that's a jet mini. It's still not very fast though. I think there's a speed limit with the small wheels. Just have a rotational speed limit. So, alright, how does she fare against these roads? It handles extremely well. Like, for something that's it's taller than most of the cars I've built, because if you've seen my garage earlier, most of the cars are a little lower than this. I tried not to put a roof because that really adds to the height of the car. The required clearance above the Lego character's head is a little too much, so I'm not a big fan of that. It forces us to create very tall roofs. Oh, right. Another benefit of this thing is that where is the bloody garage door? Right, there it is. It goes through this, watch. It just about fits. Alright, next up, let's try the Proving Ground, which is one of the, an absolute corkscrew of a turn over here, with only the front thruster too. Look at how well this goes. Look at how well this thing goes. Whoa, brake. Wrong button. Look at that, it goes beautifully, almost never flips. Right, let's tackle some more of this challenging terrain. I bet your car wouldn't fit through that gap, right? This is why this thing is so brilliant. See, this is why this thing is so brilliant. I bet your car can't fit through that gap right there. Okay, that might be pushing it. But we are able to bulldoze that house for some reason. What is that thing made of? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the Record Keeper. Thank you for watching, and have a splendid night. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the idea for the intro came from the Long Tom Lounge. Go check him out.